It's a husband and wife here grinding it out, talking to him, figuring it out, taking the homework that he gave us and coming back the next week. And he saw that, like, this is a real sell that. That's who you guys really are. It's not a gimmick. It's not a front. And that really helped us take us to the next level.
That's what we want to do here. We want to take you to the next level. We want you to achieve your goals. Coming to you live from FXV Digital Design in beautiful Wyoming, Pennsylvania, it's Fred Talk, the awesome podcast featuring awesome people. Visit us online at fxvdigital.com and your favorite social networks at FXV Digital. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you never miss an episode. I am your host, Freddie Vasquez, and with me is my producer and Q to half, Angie Wicks. Today, we have the honor of speaking with Gil Nazario, owner of Clean Floors and More, where top priority is dedication to doing a perfect job consistently every time. Hey.
Yeah, buddy. Welcome.
Gil, what's up, bro?
What's up, Freddie? Thanks for having me. Hi, Ange.
Yo, thanks for coming in, man, and thanks for helping small businesses stay healthy and clean during COVID-19.
It's been a great time, man.
Yo, man, what's been going on since last March? Like, we never spoke. I think we might have spoke maybe once to see how we were doing, but like, how'd you? Either you did great, or you took advantage of a virus.
It was. We've been having a good time this past year. It was a little scary in the beginning, I would admit. We're a commercial cleaning company. We clean schools, medical facilities, dental offices, general offices, and stuff like that. So when everything shut down, that means everything shut down.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So that was a little scary for us. But what I just told myself that everybody was on a pause, and I knew that as things began to open up, that cleaning companies were going to be the first people that folks called. Yep. So I kept that in my mind, and I worked on some marketing. I worked on some different avenues. One just to stay sane and not and not freak out, but just because I knew that when the time came, that cleaning was going to be top priority. So just kind of stayed focused and told myself that everything was on a pause, that we didn't lose anything.
Right on, man. I mean, I remember that whole time. It was a bummer. Like we were just talking before the show about how everything just shut down and all those terrible things happened. But you did mention that you were working on your marketing.
Yep.
During that whole time. So what kind of things did you learn? Did you complete? Did you do? While we had all this free time on our hands.
Gotcha, man. So. Beforehand, we kind of benefit. I've come from the Reading Hospital. That's how I got into this industry. And we kept that vendor that they use for their solutions and their cleaning supplies. So we were kind of already ahead of the wave on what we were using and sanitizing touch points from my background. So my first thing I wanted to do was to share that with our clients, share what we're doing, educate. And I just thought that was important because I know everybody was in a panic.
Yeah, right on.
It was new, it was scary. So I just wanted to educate. And then and I did that through email. So I found cool ways, made cool videos, and found ways to educate as well as promote. So I wouldn't really look at it as we were just directly marketing. I wanted to kind of mix that in there with education and let people know who we are and what we were doing, and let that sell itself.
Right on.
Yep, go ahead.
I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and then we did some also. We put ourselves on the front of the 422 Business Advisor, which was a great move for us. It was a little scary, because things are, when everything's on pause and then you're shelling out that that type of money. But like I said, I kind of knew that cleaning was going to be top of mind for everybody, and that really paid off for us as well.
So the print marketing actually worked out for you.
It did work out well for us.
Wow, that's good to hear, man. Because you get a lot of clients, like at least on our side, to say, hey, man, why don't we put billboards up or put print ads up? And I'm like, well, are you sure you're prepared for that kind of investment? Because as we all know, billboards, print advertising, it's not cheap. Like, it's not cheap. It's definitely not low cost like social media and Google and all those good things, but you definitely saw an opportunity. And I'm guessing because 422 is more C2C or B2B, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
So did you see, did it take a long time to get a ROI on that, or did it take longer than normal, or what was your experience?
It was kind of right away. The calls were coming in, and I remember my wife, she was a little hesitant on me, taking that jump at that time. But you always ask when somebody calls, how did you hear about us?
Right on.
And it kept coming back as 422 business advisor, and I got to look back at her and kind of say, "Hey, look, the crazy man knows what he's doing."
Doesn't it always feel good when you actually write sometimes and your wife is wrong?
Sometimes that happens.
It's very few and far between.
Yes, it is, man. But that I think the return was pretty quick, and I think
awesome.
what people attached to us and what I saw was an opportunity to tell our story of who we are and what we've been doing, and how what we've been doing is very relevant to where we're at, in this in a new atmosphere, which I don't even like saying, saying so cliche, man.
Yeah, and I hear that.
Yeah.
So what's the motivation, man? Like, let's go back a little bit. So you told me that obviously your roots are in the Reading Hospital.
Yep.
But what was the thing that was like, you know what, man, I think I'm just going to go out on my own and, just go towards my dream of owning my own business? What was that
Gotcha.
like? What was that moment for you?
One, I thought I can deliver a service. I liked what I was doing. In the beginning, I was stripping and waxing floors, hence the name Clean Floors and
Right
more. And we evolved into a janitorial service. But that kind of happened naturally and over time when you see the needs of clients. When you're out giving estimates for carpet cleaning and for their floor cleaning, you inquire about their cleaning or they talk to you about it. And I just seen an avenue to be an all-inclusive cleaning service. But I just felt like I can provide a service. I really liked making floors shine. I just really enjoyed it. Kind of a nerd about it, You take a floor that was beat up and you make it look really good, and I like that. And I was just like, hey, I think I can provide a service, and I think I can do it and be happy doing that. So I took the idea home to my wife. She thought I was crazy, and 8 years later, here we go, man. We're running, and that's because she even though she thought it was I was out my mind a little bit in the beginning, like, why do you want to start a cleaning company? She ran with me and stood by me to this day, and now we're both full time in the business, and we're able to kind of achieve what we've always envisioned it at. Now it's really coming to starting to bear some fruit here.
Well, did you come from a blue collar, hardworking background?
Correct. Yes,
right?
I did. Yep.
So with my parents both had jobs. I think my dad was a cab driver at one point.
That's
my
right.
mom worked at the Pathmark Bakery.
There you
Pathmark was a supermarket in New York, and then they got jobs at the post office. And they grew up with get a good job,
Correct.
if possible, get a government job, work your whole life,
Yep.
and have money for retirement. Which is, I'm just going to assume that's maybe where your background was.
That is. My mom worked a lot of labor-intensive jobs. My father as well. He actually worked at the Reading Hospital in dietary back in the day. I remember taking trips, and you see him pushing those big carts down the hallway. Now that robots do his job, I believe.
Yeah, what the hell, man? I saw
Yes,
that, dude.
yes. So that was a job back in the day for a human.
Yeah, dude.
So that's where we come from. But I feel like my mother always she was a go-getter. She was about going after. Never let anything hold you back. So I just thought whatever I wanted, you just go get it. And I think that comes from, both my parents work hard, but really my mother, she would step out on a limb a lot. And I think, that's where it came from. I know she told me one time, she was like, Gil, you told me you're going to have a cleaning business. Next thing I knew, you had a cleaning business and you were moving ahead. I was like, Mom, you told us if we want something, you just go out and go out and get it.
Yeah, which is funny, man, because, my parents were, they're just very conservative. They're like, please get a good job. Please get health insurance, 401k. And I totally understood that. But what was funny is that my dad was always a side hustler. Like, he was a mobile DJ.
Word, that's awesome.
He used to make carpentry crafts in his free time and sell them at the post office.
Nice.
Like, he was always looking for all the ways to make money.
That's correct.
So it's funny how you always want the best for your kids. You always want them to be safe. So I get the... make sure you find a good job and all that stuff.
It's more about them than you most of the time.
But it's like, well, this is a man who was an entrepreneur. And his father, my grandfather, had his own shop in Ecuador.
Look at that.
So it was almost, it's in my DNA.
That's correct.
You know what I mean?
That's
so
awesome.
it's very cool to see that you're like, yeah, you know what, I'm going to do this on my own, break away, even though your wife was like, bro, you're out of your mind. But it's cool to see that, that was your goal.
Exactly.
That was the main driving force.
Yep.
And then Clean Floors and More is born.
That's correct, man.
And so take me a little bit into jumping into the pool, and going, okay, man, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Jump in the pool. What was that like in the beginning for you, man?
It's a blur. You know what I mean? Now that you look here, but my brother David, he's I would say he's an entrepreneur too. He has a lot of things going on. Always had a lot of things.
He's
going
coming on in June, right, Angie?
Hey,
Right,
that's
yep.
awesome.
Yeah, we got him
I
coming on
talked
in
to him
June.
about it yesterday. Matter
Yeah.
of fact, that's totally cool. So when I reached out to him and told him what I wanted to do, he told us about the SBDC. He told me about SCORE, things I didn't know about. So I just showed up to those type of things. I remember, you get dressed up, you put your slacks on, your shoes, and I remember liking that feeling. And I was like, this is really what I want to do. I think I can, we're going to be cleaning, but I saw myself as a business owner and somebody who ran a business, not self-employed. So I kind of seen that from the door. That's what I like, and that's what I believed in I believed I was, and I know I had to go through the, of course, the steps that you have to go through. You got to get one account at a time. You got to grind it out, and you got to clean it and figure it out. But as time goes on, it's going to be a place where you can put team members in place and move more to a management role. So in the beginning, I just believed in myself, and and I can tell you, it's off of that meeting when you go there and you're around other people and they're telling their ideas and giving their 30-second elevator spiel, and I'm like, man, I like this, and I just caught fire, and I just didn't stop from that moment.
That's cool. Did you do a lot of networking, man?
Networking, yes, that was big. I showed up anywhere and everywhere.
Whoever was gonna have me.
That's right, man. Not much talking. I usually hang out by the cheese plate.
I just did in the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning, man. Until you get to
worst.
know some folks, and then you mix it up, and you meet some great people. And I think at networking, where I met Gary Seibert, that really helped change my business as well. I saw him speak somewhere, and I was just like, wow, this guy, he runs the SBRA, the SBRA. But I brought Gary on as a coach just from that one day at a networking event. I seen him speaking, and I said, I want this guy in my business. He could take us to the next level. It took a couple years before I could make that move, but when I did, we really rocketed. He helped me take the ideas out of my mind and turn it into a business, because everything was just in my head, and he helped make us official and really get us the policies and procedures, the manuals, the structure of the business that we needed to run a business as a business owner. So I just wouldn't be self-employed, so I can have the things that I need to have a team and grow properly.
Right. Do you think coaches are a good option for even starting out entrepreneurs and stuff like that?
I believe so. Now, of course, it's going to have to go with your budget and things like that. So it is something I wanted to do earlier on, but I had to wait. And I think I probably jumped a little earlier than it did fit my budget, but I felt like the time was right to bring somebody in before we grew too quick and started to face problems that you can't, reverse. So making that step, we ended up, you spend that money and you end up making your return, because a good coach should help you take leaps and bounds and really help structure your business and put it into a state where it can grow well. So that money ended up, that investment ends up coming back in major for us. So I would suggest that people do find a coach, or at least plan to bring somebody in that can take them to the next level and help them avoid some mistakes. So, let somebody else make the mistakes and pay them to tell you how not to,
Was there any one moment you remember, or instance, where you were talking to Gary and he was like, hey man, you should be doing this, and that was like the pinnacle, or like the moment where you're like, damn it, that was brilliant?
When he told us to market ourselves as a husband and wife team, it really changed the game for us. And you know who I came to for that?
I don't know, who was that?
You. My man.
I remember that.
Yeah, so you ended up making us those those pamphlets that I can go and sell with, and it was like a folder with some cutouts and stuff like that, and that's what I really did. So I think that moment when he told us to market ourselves as a husband and wife team, because that's who he was seeing every day. He every visit, every week when we would visit, it's a husband and wife here grinding it out, talking to him, figuring it out, taking the homework that he gave us and coming back the next week. And he saw that, like, this is a real sell that. That's who you guys really are. It's not a gimmick. It's not a front. And that really helped us take us to the next level, because I think people in Berks County can relate to that. And we run into a lot of clients that are husband and wife owned, and they really take to our story. And I think that's a story that, I don't want to use the word sell, but that's the story we're selling, but that's who we are. And I think people can gravitate to that. And I think that helped change our direction a lot.
Yeah, family owned and operated is still huge.
Yeah,
Especially in Berks County.
that's right.
Berks County is definitely a different place. Special.
Yes, sir.
When I moved here, and I don't say that with offense. I love it here.
Yeah.
It just took me a minute to get used to it, but and it's very small.
It's a community. It's
Super
tight knit.
small.
That's
yeah,
correct,
man. Let me tell you, and you gotta prove yourself before they let you in.
That's correct.
So I definitely get that. Husband and wife team, family owned and operated. That's definitely the way to go. But speaking of that, your whole family is entrepreneurs, not just you and your wife. You have a son and daughter, right?
Yes. Yep.
So what are they up to?
I have my son. He started a mobile detailing business during COVID. It started with I needed my van. I needed my van detailed, and I seen him sitting around. And I didn't want him getting a slump. School's not going on, and so I'm watching him. I'm watching him do his thing, and he really enjoys it. He grew up around cars. His grandfather does body work, and he's pretty much the man around here. Everybody kind of knows him on that end. So my son just grew up in around that car environment. So I'm watching him out the window, one, making sure he's doing a good job, but I'm seeing him enjoy himself. So when he finished up, I didn't want to go hawk him, get tight up on him and make him nervous. But when he came in, I just asked him. I said, "Hey, did you enjoy what Did you enjoy what you were doing?" He said, "Yeah, I put my music on, and it's something I enjoyed." I said, "Well, that may be something you want to look into making money off of, something that you enjoy." And the kid just took everything. Now, I didn't know he was paying attention all these years, and he just took everything that I'm doing, and he just kind of ran with the market. He created his own website, and he was in the office with me every day creating. While I'm working on Clean Floors and More, he's working on world-class mobile detailing.
There it is, man.
Yes,
so
man.
he goes to your location and takes care of your vehicles.
So he took care of it. We keep our vehicle at the house, so he took care of it there. And then he just went out there. First, you know how you reach out to your circle, and then he would do stuff, and then he would go to his friend's house and do his friend's mom's car, and then she would put him on to other people, and he just kind of grew it organically like that. And that really helped him get through COVID and put him into a state of mind that he sees that he can create something and pay himself and find ways to make money and pay himself. And he's kind of been running with that. Now he's kind of lining himself up with being a realtor. He wants to move to Philly within the next year and be a realtor.
Really?
We took him out there I want to say 2 Fridays ago, and he met a realtor at one of the buildings out there and as a mentor. So he was basically being interviewing her to be his mentor in Philadelphia. I said, "Kid, how did you meet her?" He's like, I went on Instagram, Facebook. I found some people that I was interested in and I thought had really good pages. I messaged them. She messaged me back, and we're going to Philly. I was like, "All right, pack up. We're going to Philly, dude."
It's so awesome, man.
Yeah, man.
And that's the way, and that's just simple. Like for us, that's like common sense.
Mm-hmm.
Get on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Look who's freaking balling.
Exactly.
Give him a message.
Exactly.
And see what's up.
And he says, "Yeah, I sent out these many messages. This many people didn't get back to me." I said, "That's cool. You're learning rejection. Everybody doesn't have time for you. That's okay, man. They're getting themselves out the way. So the right person can put themselves in the way."
Yeah.
That's right. Then I have a daughter as well, and she's doing her name is Kiara, and she does she's starting a business called Key to Beauty. So everybody calls her Key, and she loves doing makeup, she loves doing hair, she loves being a creator, from painting to beauty stuff. So I'm trying to help her create that. What does that look like as a creator? And I know sometimes when you're a creator, it's a little hard to it kind of goes, capitalism doesn't always fit in with creators.
I'm not gonna sell out, man. I'm doing it for me.
Yes. So just trying to find that balance on how to monetize on your skills and things that you love. So that's what we're working on with her, and then they both work in the business as well. And I tell them, you gotta, what we did in order to grow our business, I worked many jobs while creating this. And I said, you need to work in order to fund your business. And I'm like, I'm looking for employees. So I kind of hustled.
It's funny how you mentioned that.
That's right. So I kind of, I got some knowledge for you, and you can save up and invest in what you really want to do while helping out mom and dad as well. So everybody's kind of winning right now.
Yeah, I always tell Angie that. I'm like, listen, you don't have to be here. I'm not forcing you to be here. But I know you have dreams. But feel free to make money here.
Yes.
And then continue with your dreams afterwards.
Yes.
I could use some help.
It's all about wording.
I'm not forcing you, but I could really use your help, and here's some money.
That's correct.
It's working out great now.
That's
obviously.
That's awesome.
Well,
Good job, man.
Right on. You know how that works, bro.
That's cool, man.
For sure, man. So that's awesome. So you're into it. Your wife's into it.
Yes.
Your son and daughter have their own dreams.
Yes.
Your kids, yes, they do pay attention. No matter how much you think they're not.
Man.
Oh boy, they're paying
do.
attention.
They
I've
do.
learned that for sure. What are the great things about having Angie on board is she likes to do so much research. And I always give her props for research every week. And
That's cool.
This is all Gil. This is all Gil Nazario right here.
Nice.
She does all
Good
this
job.
research, right? But she
That's
did
awesome.
find this line that I love.
Yep.
Which is great because I think everybody should follow this mantra. There's no competition. There's enough for everyone to be successful.
Correct.
And where does that come from, bro?
Where does that come from?
Yeah, you said it. Obviously,
I
you
found
said it.
that on the SCORE interview you did
I remember that.
with that gentleman.
There's enough for everybody. Like I really never cleaning saturated. It doesn't take much to start a cleaning business. You can go get some supplies, get a vacuum, get some rags, mops, buckets, brooms. It doesn't take much. So the cleaning market is a saturated market. And if I would have focused on how many people have cleaning businesses, it would have probably freaked me out and scared me away. So I just, there's really no competition. I never focused on what somebody else is doing. I'm going to create my plan and I'm going to go forward and I'm going to knock out my plan. I'm not going to hate on anybody. If somebody needs help, shout out to my buddy Lewis with Lewis's cleaning company.
There you go.
Gentleman that worked with me over at the hospital. He was a floor team member of mine, and he told me he wanted to start his own business. So that's what we did, and I helped him get his first write up his first contract, his second contract as well. And it's just there's enough trash, there's enough dirt, there's enough everything.
I know, right?
There's enough
Now
buildings.
there's more than enough.
You know what I mean? So there's just enough, and I maybe that's just how I was raised too. It's just not. There's no space for it. I think there's room for everybody to eat and support each other.
Yeah, dude, I love that, man. Because I work with my favorite, I guess you could say my team partner is Liz Hafer.
Shout out to Liz.
And I know you work with Liz
Yep.
Hafer. She is my right-hand graphic design company.
That's awesome, man.
I love working with her.
Yep.
Obviously, I love doing websites. I know what my strengths are. I know what her strengths are. And right now, honestly, to let you guys know, she's been helping me do with a lot of advertising.
That's awesome.
And we work together. She sends me the work she can't do. I send her the work I can't do.
That's right.
But it's amazing that we're definitely direct competition. Like direct competition.
Yeah.
But
Same circles, everything.
Same everything.
Yep.
People know who we are,
Yep.
and we work together beautifully.
That's
we
awesome.
both love making money, making our clients happy.
That's right.
There's so much to be said about what you write in there. There's no competition. There's enough for everyone to be successful. It's so true, man. Because if I was like, I guess maybe even the old school way of thinking, I would never call her. I would never acknowledge that she was even in existence. And we work together to make these great things.
That's
And at the end of the day, when you think about it, it's like you're just helping people.
That's correct.
Do whatever they're looking to accomplish.
That's right.
It's so awesome, and let me tell you, there's so much benefit in working with people, man.
It is.
Like
Yep.
such a huge benefit, and you feel better, and you got friends.
And then, and that's what I was going to say. And just like you said earlier, how Berks County is, it's a small place, it's a tight place. So you're going to bump into your competition. You're going to run into them on social
Sure.
media and the same crowds. And why have that animosity when everybody has a niche for the most part? There's something I'm better at than the next person, and something they're better than I am. Let's just use each other and help
Right.
elevate.
Yeah, like why not?
Yep.
Yes, that's definitely a great point that you make about that, man, for sure. So I really love that line. Angie, we should definitely make that one of them takeaways, baby.
Nice.
Yeah, we do these nice little Fred Talk takeaways.
That's
We're
cool.
definitely going to make that happen. But let's see. What I also have here is we love the company motto. I definitely used it into the intro, and I want to bring that to light also. Top priority is dedication to doing a perfect job consistently every time. Now, obviously, that seems to be almost like common sense, but how did you even derive that?
All right, I'll be honest. I bring people into the fold, man. I brought you into the fold for many projects.
Right
and
on.
You just hooked me up with something about 2 days
Yes,
ago.
I did.
I appreciate that. I brought in a copywriter,
There you go.
and I knew that I really like marketing, and it's something that I really enjoy doing. I love writing scripts. I love writing the marketing material. I just love it. That's what gets me going, and then making that sale and getting that agreement
dude.
signed. I just
For sure.
man, it just gives me a high. It's awesome. But I knew where I slacked, so I was like, let's bring in a copywriter, and he really helped me put that together based off of the information I told him, and we worked together to create the perception that how we want to be perceived and the message that we want to deliver, and that's kind of where that came from.
Yeah, I dig that, man. And it's crazy how you have to get to that point where you're just like, you let the ego go.
Yeah.
And you're like, look, I need people to help me out.
correct.
Like I call Liz. I have a copywriter also.
That's correct.
She does a great job. Shout out to my girl, Nikki Murray. She helps me constantly.
That's cool.
All my clients have blogs every month, and we're always trying to get these great posts out there. She does it for me. So always going out there and finding a team to help you accomplish the goal of your own company is definitely the way to go. You know, even before, you know, we had other team members here, and they've now moved on to do their other endeavors, and we're still looking for help. But it took me a while personally to get over that, because, you know, you have this grind mentality in the beginning where you're just like, I'm the only one that will ever care, and I'm gonna be the master of my domain. And I'm still guilty of doing it. You know, it's gotten to a point where, you know, Jill, my wife's been bugging me for a while now to do it. Angie's on my ass now too. She's like, Dad, you got to get some help. Bro. What are you doing? So we're working on it, but yeah, it's definitely a smart move to just go out of your comfort zone. It's like, why deal with it?
Exactly. So I can focus on what I'm good at and what I enjoy doing, and it really helps elevate me. Even my wife Claudia came in full time to the business, so she's been full time while working a full time. You know, because the business doesn't just stop. You know, it doesn't care what time it is. You know what time it is. But she's been in full time, left her you know, outside 9 to 5, and is in full time. And it was very hard for me to give up the reins, you know, because she came in as a manager. As I moved over to more marketing again, what I enjoy. But I'm like, you don't know how to make schedules. You don't know, like, it's gonna drive me crazy.
I don't know how to do what.
You know what I mean? But now, you know, it's been about a year, and I see that I probably could have let go earlier on certain things, and she's just doing an excellent job all around. So that was tough, you know, but it's something that, again, it allows me a happier life because I can focus on what I really enjoy doing. Again, that's creating marketing material, creating videos. That's one thing I can't give up, man. When it's time to get on screen, even though I hate it, it's let me shine, man.
Yeah, dude. Hey, I wrote about that. Bro.
I wrote this script. I know how to say it best, and stuff like that. But it's been crucial for us bringing people in and letting figuring out where I want to go, finding who's already been there, and hopping in those footsteps and letting them take me where I need to go, man.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that she was helping you out. This is when I was still on Morgantown Road, and you're like, yeah, I'm hoping to get her in there full time sooner than later.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome, man. And she's finally in there and probably making you run things better.
Yeah, of course, because that and again, that's my balance. You know, she's more black and white, and that is what that management, when you're managing employees and dealing with the clients and stuff, then more of the creator. You know, I'm just kind of, I don't want to say I'm all over the place, but I have 1,000 ideas a day, and that's not always a good. It's not, man. Always a good thing. So to have my creative brain on the creative stuff and not on some of the other stuff works well, and let that, you know, what her best parts of her being organized, being, you know, black and white paperwork. You should see her with her briefcase. And I'm like, look at the boss lady, man. Let me move out. Let me move out the way.
Get out the way.
Yeah, kid. And it's hard, but you're proud too. You know, it's tough not being needed. You know, sometimes. Yeah. But you know, if I'm not needed, don't overcrowd and move out the way, brother.
Yeah, man. I'm with you, dude.
That's right.
I'm with you big time.
All right, so I just got a couple people saying hi to you. So we got Mateo Toro. He says, "What's up?"
Mateo.
Isabel Monterosa. She says, "What's up?"
That's my
and
buddy.
Then Jill. She's Gil Vasquez, my stepmom, his wife. She said, "Yes, focus on your strengths. True words of an entrepreneur."
Hey, hi, Jill.
Yeah, there it is. You know what? Let me check what do we got over here? What's going on over here? Two of my favorite people, Michael Hartman. What's going on, brother?
That's my guy.
He's
man.
hanging out.
That's
he's
cool.
He's hanging out here on Instagram. It's definitely awesome. A bunch of my buddies are checking us out. I got my man. What we got here? Vega Endeavor. He's hanging out in Queens right now, checking us out. I got my man Tommy. He's on Long Island. My man Timothy in Minnesota. He's in Minnesota.
Hey.
He's hanging out. He's checking us out. So that's awesome. And Joseph Alexander, my man Joe McCookie. He does all my videos. Pretty freaking awesome, and he's saying what's up.
Nice. What's up, guys? And a big shout out to Mateo Toro, man. That's who does all my videos.
Dude.
That's my guy right there.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. Yeah, I've seen a lot of his work. Really, really, really good.
Yeah, man. I always say, you know, Mateo, Lamaris, you guys really help put things that are in my head and really put them into a package that I'm able to deliver and get and retain, acquire and retain clients. It's my crew, you guys are my go-to.
Well, it's our honor to do the work for you, man.
My man.
It's for me, it's about working with awesome people. Mm-hmm. I'm still learning that, man, because I still take clients on. And I'm like, you're an idiot, dude. You knew better. You should listen to your gut and be like, no.
I love it.
So I love it. Talking to you, I love when you have things for us to do. I mean, we love working with you for sure. So I know how you are and who you are as a person, And so, but my question to you is, what do you think is your best quality? Like, what do you think, people are drawn to and they want to work with you as opposed to any other cleaning company here in Berks?
What I always tell my employees is that we can train people to clean, but we can't train people to be good and nice people. And for us, that's where it starts. So we started off cleaning myself, my wife, and myself. F&V Browns was our first account that we did on the weekends. Claudia couldn't stand it, not because she loved F&V Browns and how they helped us elevate, but that Saturday morning after working Monday through Friday to go clean with me on a Saturday morning. But I say that to say that it's our personality and how we present ourselves and how we treat people. And then when we bring on team members like that, I don't care how much experience you have. If you cannot represent myself and Claudia, who we are, and Clean Floors and More, because that's who Clean Floors and More, when we're not around, we need people that can replicate who we are when we're not around. And I think that's where it stands. That's where it stands first. So instead of trying to acquire massive clients, which everybody wants massive amount of clients, right? But we want to build that relationship first. We want to make sure that they are happy, they're being treated correctly, that they're happy, and then we're able to stand on their shoulders when it's time to get the next one. So we can go back and say, hey, whoever, we're looking to get this new client. We have an opportunity. Can you write us a review? Can you make a phone call? And things like that. So that's what we do. We look to think personality first. We look to hire people that can replicate who we are as people, and then we can always train to clean. And then after, you get good people into a client's place, they're the ones that seal that relationship for you, because I've stepped away. We go, we train. Our team's in there when things are closed, so they have a key, they have a passcode, they get in there and have to do a good job. And when somebody's in there, they have to build that relationship, without us being there. And due to the work that our team's able to do, and I think with me and Claudia leading that, and then they're able to take that baton and run with it. Now we're able to go to that client and say, hey, we have another client that we're looking to do business with. Can we use your name? Can you speak for us? And I think that's what we bring to the table. Just regular people that are out there trying to treat people kindly and do a good job.
What a concept.
Yeah, it's pretty basic.
Being nice.
Yeah, it's pretty basic. You be nice and you smile, man.
Oh, wow. Please and thank you.
That's it, man.
Oh, jeez, man. I mean, but that's so true. Like, people want to work with people they vibe with, and that they're just polite. It's really not like that part, like customer service, it's really not hard.
No.
That should be the easiest part of your business.
Be who you say you're going to be.
Right?
That's
Deliver
correct.
what you're going to deliver and just
correct.
Be cool about it.
That's correct.
Not the end of the world.
That's correct. And I got to shout out my parents for that one, because they're the ones who raised us with a certain standard of how you treat people. And, and I just took that, and just how I am, and just found out people gravitate to that in the business world.
Wow, what a concept.
You know what I mean?
They actually gravitate towards people that are cool.
Yeah, shout out to that.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the parents who kick ass when they're not
that's how you get
doing what you're supposed to. I mean, my parents kicked my ass when I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing.
That's correct, sir. That's
yeah.
I didn't break easily. You know what I mean? I gave my force back, and they let me know who was boss, and now I understand.
Yeah. Pretty quick.
That's right.
Yeah. We're both Latinos here. Yeah, we know how that was.
That's
back
right,
in the day.
Man.
But taking it back to the customer service aspect of it, you do use an app, the Swept app.
Yes, we do.
And that's, after doing my research on it, obviously working with you in the past, that's definitely elevated your game.
It has.
Instead of just saying, hey, we'll be there at this time and we're going to do a good job, and hopefully you do a good job. You took it to another level, got the Swept app for Clean Floors and More.
Correct.
So tell us a little bit more about that and what people can expect to when they become a client of Clean Floors,
Gotcha.
and how that's going to help them out.
So with the Sweat app, that lets us just streamline our communication with our employees as well as our clients. I know a lot of cleaning companies, and I can't speak for all, but I know it's a lot of writing down the time. So at the end of the work week, your team member, whoever that may be, will write down, and hand in a sheet of their time log. You don't know if they were in there that long, if they or anything like that. So it allows us the technology that we need to track our team members, and not just so we can be stalkers, but so we know that the promise that we're making to our clients is being fulfilled by our team members, because again, they're out there at nighttime solo or in a team, getting these jobs done, a lot of times unsupervised until a supervisor does come and check up on them, things like that. But we do need people that can work, not with a lot of supervision, and be trustful and things like that. So the Sweat apps allows us to communicate, take pictures, and just different things like that, as well as with our clients. We can do inspections, share that with our clients, and it also streamlines the communication. So it doesn't have to be an email. They can send a message, and that goes to myself and my management team right away. So we can handle issues, quickly, and just keep that. And I think people look for that. I think sometimes with cleaning companies, when there's a complaint, it's hard to get in touch with somebody or the right person, where our technology helps us navigate around those types of issues, and it gives them that type of comfort that there is somebody at the other end. When you send a message, you don't have to wait, you're going to get a response back. So it's really about communication with our employees as well as with our clients, and then on top of that, there's some quality aspects that really help benefit everybody overall.
So peace of mind.
Correct.
Yeah, because we're talking about offices, like doctors' offices especially, right?
Yep.
Medical offices.
Yeah, medical offices, schools, any type of office environment. The dental offices have been a really good niche for us. They seem to just pop up everywhere around this area.
There's no dentist up the block.
Yes, yeah. So that's been really good for us. But just streamlining that communication. What you do is you look to see what struggles that clients are having with current companies or previous companies, and you look for a way to patch that up. And I think that's what the technology does for us.
Right on, man. So we know about the Swept app now, which is definitely dope.
Yep.
All the great information you've given us so far. COVID's coming. I don't want to say it's coming to an end, but I guess life is starting to come back.
Yes.
We're starting to grow. It's funny because it's spring and the flowers are blooming.
That's
we
right.
feel the warm weather, and I almost feel like that's how life is right now overall. We're starting to come out of the shells and go out and all those great things, which I'm very, very happy about. But you did mention again before the show that you're starting to make super great strides with clean floors and more now because of COVID. Now, obviously, people want everything clean and stuff like that. What was the benefit for you being that COVID happened? And I know, COVID's not a good thing. I understand it, but a lot of people took advantage of it and, expanded on their businesses, took their knowledge to another level. What are you doing right now to make people feel a lot more safer in their places of business now that we're opening up and COVID is still a factor? How are you combating all those things?
I like that. Thanks. I'll take it back to I think 2017 when you made those flyers for us. We were talking about disinfecting touch points.
That's right. I remember that.
We were ahead of the game. The product that we're using is a major product that's used in the fight against COVID. We've been using that since 2017, so we didn't have to make
nothing new.
We didn't have to make adjustments to our products. We didn't have to make adjustments to our training. We just had to be more vocal with our team, more diligent. Train more, not change the training, but make sure you're training people more. Make sure you're spending more time, making sure you're being very specific about what you want done. Light switches, doorknobs, anything that's used by the common folks, printers, things like that, and just really stay on our team. And again, if you look back to the folder that you made us in 2017, that's exactly what we were talking about then. So it was kind of cool that we were ahead of the wave. So what we wanted to do was just continue to educate. Hey, this is what we've been doing. And I think you've seen a lot of that. I was sharing the file that that you made for us to show people this isn't a 2020 thing. This is something we've been doing since 2017. So I just felt like educating folks was really important. And then what I seem to notice is that if people weren't 100% satisfied with their cleaning service before COVID, that there was no time, maybe they were too busy to look for a new cleaning service, but they showed up and took the trash and things like that. So, they got the pass. But I think once COVID hit, that a lot of the stuff that was going on before with, some of the companies that may not have been doing such a great job, that wasn't acceptable any longer. So I feel like from talking to people, over this last year, that is how we've been able to attract new clients. They're coming to us and they're saying, hey, we're looking, with COVID, we're looking to have a little more detail done. And we had a service. It wasn't a bad service, but we're looking for somebody a little more detailed. And it looks like you guys have your ducks in a row. And that's been a great benefit to us. And again, that's shout out to the videos that Mateo made us. Website work that Lamaris at LMG did for us, folders that you put together for us. So it's a team effort. One of me reaching out to my community members who are able to put these types of things together and leaning on you guys to help me express that in a marketing type of way.
Yeah, so that means that you didn't step up your game because of COVID. Your game was already up there. So you're already handling disinfecting and hitting those touch points. You're already providing the community with the best possible cleanliness, period. It was never because of COVID. It was like, no, we were doing this beforehand and making sure you were safe before that.
I feel like my background at the hospital kind of taught me that. Mm-hmm. And I brought in that same supply guy. So the same person that supplies over at the hospital when I started my business, I kept that relationship. So we were using those same type of products, which was, is just a benefit for us. So I was like, wow, this is what's on the CDC list and on the EPA list for the fight against COVID. That's something we already use. Touch points, something that we've already been training our team on. So let's just be more vigilant. Let's get out there. Let's make sure that we are doing what we say we're doing. You know what I mean? And that's really what our focus was. Not really on a change, but just making sure that we're delivering our messages clearly to our clients and our employees, and making sure it's not only marketing material, but it's being delivered on as well.
That's killer, Ben. So it didn't. So it doesn't even matter what's going to come up. Like we could have like COVID part 45, and you're going to be like, whatever. I got it. You want it clean? I got you.
If that's what it looks like now, right now, that is not what it was like.
Yeah,
I was freaked out. Oh man.
Yeah, but you were taking care of it, man. So that just shows again, it's a testament to the business and your character. How it wasn't about just getting the job done and doing a good job. It was about doing the best job.
Yeah, and cleaning for health, not for looks.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think a lot of the marketing before COVID was make your place look good.
Right.
You know what I mean? That word. Now everybody's using healthy and healthy and sanitized. Where I think that was kind of always our wave. And especially dealing with medical office and dental offices, that was always how I marketed our business. For health and safety. And now it's just looks better these days than it looks.
Now it's marketing.
Now it's cool. That's what the cool kids are doing now.
I know, right?
That's it.
Yeah, it's definitely a great point you make it about that. How people will just change everything to just whatever the marketing dictates.
Goodness,
it's like,
man.
give it a rest around.
Everybody started sanitizing around. It was like, when there's things, when there's situations that arise, people are gonna, there's money on the floor, people are gonna jump down and grab it.
I mean, I would. I totally get that whole thing. So who do you offer this for, man? I know we've had a few conversations. Yep. I know you used to be residential. You're not really in the residential movement anymore. You're more commercial. So,
yep.
And you had me make those changes a couple of days ago. You even changed, your tagline on everything. So, where do you offer these awesome services, man? Let us know where this is happening.
All right, so we schools, dental offices, medical offices, industrial has been really good to us as well. We just got a large client this year. The client's so large they don't even want us to share with folks who they are, but it's added.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
So that added on 17 members there for that client, which is really, really huge for us.
You added on 7 employees just because of that client.
Yes.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, so that was
balling. You're buying dinner next time, kid.
But you made me lose track, man. You started talking about food.
Oh, you're balling.
I love it.
That's where you're at. 7 new employees for one client.
But with that, we're really looking to acquire larger clients now. That is our goal, because we see that we can take on business like that. So I'm gonna be a little more picky about who I bring on, and we are kind of looking for larger clients. as we're moving forward. But not only that, we are looking to expand our floor and carpet cleaning, our commercial floor and carpet cleaning, which is crazy. A business clean floors and more. And that's what we started off doing.
Yeah, dude.
And we evolved into a janitorial service. And I really just ran with that because I just seen different avenues and abilities to be able to change my life, my lifestyle and stuff like that, if I can grow, a janitorial service. So now that I think that we have that in a place where I don't want too many more team members to manage, so I'm looking to grow that floor, that commercial floor, that floor and carpet where we can get in there and take care of and put folks in a commercial environment on a regular carpet and floor cleaning schedules, whether it's stripping and waxing, carpet cleaning, vinyl floor cleaning, whatever it may be. So that's our new goal, and that is the work that I had you switch around for us. So we're really looking to market our commercial floor and carpet, and hopefully build that up to rival what we're doing on the janitorial side.
Yeah, dude. So let's say it's 2021, right?
Yep.
2031.
Yep.
What's Gil doing?
Oh man. If it all plans out, man, like I would love to be able to run my business from anywhere. I would love to dabble in some real estate, some coaching as well, just expand in different areas and find ways to make some passive income. And I would love to travel a little bit and stuff like that. We've really been grinding hard for the last 10 years and putting management in place. I have 2 great supervisors, a great lead, which all happened over the last year for us. So we're just going to continue to work on that, to tighten up that end and make sure that our business can run while me and Claudia can maybe do some traveling and put our efforts in other places, as well. So I just want to continue to tighten this up, and hopefully we can get some traveling within the next 5 to 10 years. That would really be nice.
Yeah, man, that'd be killer.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't wait to do that with my wife as well. We talk about traveling constantly.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
We love it, man.
It's my best friend, and I would love nothing more than to spend my days, running around with her, man, eating good and acting a little bougie sometimes, man.
That's awesome, man. I mean, that's the way to do it, dude. I'm into that. Is there like a dream place you guys want to go to, like you always talk about?
Man, we went to Aruba last year, and my wife fell in love with that place, as well as my whole family. Like, we've been to a couple places, but Eagle Beach, man, that was just something else. It had a slow environment, a little slower than I would like, over there, but my wife really liked it, man. And sometimes we fold to what they want. So I'm sure we'll end up back out there eventually, and we'll see, man. But something warm where I can duck the winter of Pennsylvania would be nice, man.
Yeah, what's your dream trip though? Like, what's like the place like for me?
Excuse me.
It's I told my wife, and I'm thinking about it every day because I want to manifest this thing.
Nice, that's how you do it.
So when I turn 50, my dream is flying all the way to Australia, hitting New Zealand,
that's right,
Fiji Islands, Hawaii again.
I love it.
Cali, and then back to PA.
Oh, nice. You got a plan, man.
Oh, yeah, I have to, man.
I love it.
I feel like Australia is like one of those joints.
I love it.
So, like, what's your, like, do you have, like, that place where you're like, man, I hope to get to this place one day, and I need to do that before I'm dead?
I really don't have a place. I would love to take my family through Europe, a nice trip, Europe, because you can just hit a couple different countries, and and I would love to do that. So as far as that, that's really what I'm thinking. But right now it's just a grind and getting it there. And I think as we get a little closer, then I can start, then I start fantasizing a little more about specific spots. But I wanted to touch, when my brother comes on, ask him. He's been to Australia and New Zealand.
Really?
Yes, sir.
That guy.
So
I'm already jealous, man.
So talk to him and ask him about the shoes that he got while he was out there. You guys will have fun.
All right, man. I got you, man. Yeah, I can't wait to talk to your brother, man.
Cool.
Because it's cool because he's a dude that's gonna come in, and we've only said hello to each other. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I'm really excited about that one, because usually, when you do the podcast and you're starting out, you try to bring in people that
That's correct.
But I was excited about today because we've only done really business together. We never really just talked in general about what's going on. So this was awesome. But he's the one guy who's like, you know what? I have his book.
Yes, sir. You had it out too when it first came out.
Yeah,
that was
dude,
awesome.
I had it, and I read it. It was amazing, and I was like, who can I bring on that I don't literally know nothing about?
Nice.
And all I know about him is that now he has a massive afro, and he wrote a book.
There we go.
And he
man.
does spoken word. I did watch his spoken word video,
Yep.
one of them, which is awesome. Brings me back to a time years ago when I was hanging out with a lot of those spoken word cats
That's
back
awesome,
in the day in the
man.
city. But that's gonna be awesome because I'm
That's
literally gonna
cool.
be like, so. Tell me about yourself, because I don't know a
That's
damn
too
thing
cool,
about you.
man.
But now I do know that he went to New Zealand and Australia.
Yes,
And he has some
man.
funky shoes apparently.
Yes. Ask him about it, man.
Yeah, man. That's
I'll
cool,
put you
dude.
on.
That's gonna be awesome. And again, I think that's the first June episode, right, Angie?
I think so. I'm not looking at my calendar
Yeah,
right
I think
now.
it's the first one in June.
That's gonna be a fun interview
Talk
there.
in June. Yeah, man, killer. So Gil, man, tell us where can everyone find you online, bro? Where's it at?
I've been in hiding, man, really, and just working out. But Clean Floors and More on Instagram, Clean Floors and More as well on Facebook, man. That's where you can find us. Haven't been posting a lot. Just really been focused on our management team, making sure everything is tight, and just kind of tightening things up. I think with this new client that we had, where we said we added on the 7 employees, that really, I'm looking at it like, why add more on? Just focus on that and build that up and make sure that we can deliver. And I think that's something I touched on earlier. Our goal is always not just to attract and get a new client, but to retain that client and be able to use their name to get the next one. So that's really where we're at right now. So folks, go on my social. You don't see much of me right now, but we'll be back as I'm turning up this carpet and floor marketing that I'm working on.
Keep
so
the branding going, bro.
It should be-
just keep the
it should be
branding
fun.
going. Keep doing the posting. Dude.
That's why I wanted to hop on when
doing
you
the
invited
posting,
me. I was
man.
like, this is a good startup to me getting back out there and putting my face where it needs to be to make things happen.
Yeah, dude, that smile's infectious, baby.
My man, I'll
you
take
know what
that.
I'm talking about. Well, thanks a lot for coming on, bro. I
Thanks for
appreciate
having me.
it. I love that we've had our friendship for a few years now, and we
Word.
always get together and have a good time. It's always just great seeing you, bro.
All right. Well, thanks
I
for inviting me.
appreciate
I
it.
appreciate it, man.
Yeah, dude, no doubt.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on the
Yeah.
show.
Awesome.
All right, everybody. Thank you for checking out this episode of Fred Talk. Visit us online at fxvdigital.com or your favorite social network at FXV Digital. Check out past episodes of Fred Talk on our YouTube channel and make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. For Gil, Angie, and myself, thank you for watching, and never forget, your Uncle Freddie loves you. Peace.
Bye.
Yo, Freddie, you killing that. Yeah, that's dope, bro. Front, you about to take, you got a little H. Vidal in you right there.
Yeah, you know,
right there, man. That's dope.